Hi, AP Language students. This is Dr. Pickens, and I'm not at school today because I'm pretty sure I have an ear infection and a fever, so I don't want to give you anything. But I also don't want us to get behind because I'm hoping to get to a certain spot before we have fall break. So here I am, and I'm going to continue your rhetorical triangle and analysis notes, and hopefully someone in the class can pause us when we need to pause or something like that, because I've already finished my paragraph, and then I just need to annotate it for you as I go over things. Just as a reminder to you guys, my thesis statement was that Kennedy suggests that Americans focus on unity as a means of avoiding nuclear war and maintains a hopeful tone through his use of repetition and a series of contrasts. So I'm going to go on then to show you an example body paragraph. I'm not going to do all 3 body paragraphs, especially since we're working with a smaller text, but I want to give you an example for a smaller piece that we've worked in depth. So then my topic sentence, which is my claim, starts with Kennedy recognizes the importance of unity by repeating particular words and phrases throughout his speech. And I put here off to the side in the comment, this is the claim of your body paragraph, and it involves a rhetorical verb and the author's name and the rhetorical device. And this is just a piece of my argument of what does he do to achieve his purpose. This is what Kennedy does. Then I'm going to go into my evidence. In the second paragraph of his speech, Kennedy repeats the phrase, "let us," in his first 2 sentences. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight this. Oh, this is going well. And this is my evidence. That was an easy comment to make. And I'm going to put this down here. Okay, notice we don't have a ton of evidence here. It's just this little phrase, "let us." And then I'm going to explain why that matters. How does that help him achieve his purpose? His anaphora here asserts the importance of unity in the arms race between Americans, America's allies, and even the Soviet Union, which serves to emphasize the point he makes at the beginning of his speech. Okay, so I'm making connections here, and I'm explaining why does "let us" matter, okay? It's asserting the importance of unity, and I'm using a rhetorical verb here. Okay, so here I'm explaining why Kennedy uses that anaphora, and I use a rhetorical verb. I've had some students say in the past, and you'll have to pardon my language, but they just say that it feels like they're kind of BSing when they get to this explanation or commentary. Okay, this is really where the real analysis is happening. And we're just having to assume at this point that Kennedy's trying to do some of this intentionally. Okay, we don't know this for sure, but that's how it works in his speech. Okay, and so it might feel like you're going too far in what you're saying the author's doing. If you feel that way, you're probably doing it right. And I'm just telling you that because my students have felt that way in the past. And those are my students that are writing really good analysis. So you're not really BSing, but it feels like it. Okay, my next piece of evidence, his call for unity continues. Okay, I have a transition here to my next piece of evidence. Okay, and then I have my evidence. His call for unity continues with the anaphora at the end of the paragraph, in which he repeats, "we all," building to a climax with the line, "we are all mortal." Okay, then we have some more evidence there. Again, notice I'm using a lot of rhetorical devices here, anaphora and climax. And then by expounding on all the commonalities experienced by both friends and enemies, Kennedy stresses the need to reach a peaceful resolution to the arms race. Okay, again, I have my explanation here. I hope that's not confusing to be using that term, but I'm explaining why that evidence matters. And again, use rhetorical verb. Can't even spell it home. Okay. Explanation of evidence and use a rhetorical verb. I put stresses and expounding. If you don't know what that means, you need to look it up. Okay, so that's my body paragraph. I'm going to go like that, and hopefully you can pause that and see most of it. I know, I have no clue how long to wait. I don't want to just block up YouTube. Okay, there's the end. You can pause it again. Okay, so then we have the conclusion. In the conclusion, we restate our thesis, we restate our main points, and then we kind of explain, so what, like why does it matter that he was saying this? So, in conclusion, Kennedy's use of anaphora and contrasting language serves to create a strong message to solve the problems facing the nation in the Cold War. Okay, I'm talking about his purpose, and I'm reviewing my main points. Okay, so that didn't work. Okay, so I'm restating my thesis about the author's purpose and restating my main points, which in this case, my main points are the type of rhetorical devices he's using. And then Kennedy's speech serves as an excellent example of how politicians were dealing with the Cold War at the time. Okay, and this is my so what, why does this matter part of the speech. So this answers the so what part of the speech. Okay, so once you guys finish typing this up, and you can pause it now, I guess, if you want to get that all in there. Once you finish typing this up, I'm going to have you guys work for the rest of the class on this assignment. It's posted on Google Classroom. And let me get this new screen over here. Okay. This is what your assignment is. And let me get this screen a little bit bigger. You're going to pick one of the following paragraphs that we worked on in class. Winston Churchill's speech, where he talks to the boys at the school about the war. Here Comes the Groom by Andrew Sullivan. On Being a Cripple. I think I only did this with fourth period, but third period, if you want to look at that, it's a really cool piece where someone really speaks confidently about their disability. And then Stand Up and Take It Like Americans. So you have your choice of the documents. And I have the name of the documents here. This is in the Appeals 1, and then the rest of these are in the Appeals 3. If you should have these still in your downloads, and that way you can open them up in Kami, and you should have like your notes, or you should still have your paper versions, or you should have had it stuck in your memory, or something like that. And then you're going to write a mini analysis essay with an intro, one body paragraph, and a conclusion. Okay? And I have places for each of those, and I'd like you to color code the Toolman stuff for organization. And then I have a link to your rhetorical verb sheet because you will need that. Please use it. If you don't, you will have really awful analysis. Just saying from experience. And then your tone descriptor sheet should be in your Google Drive to be working with that. So please use the rest of the class time to work on that. You should be doing it without any talking. And please turn that in. Also, your My American Dream project is due tomorrow as well. And I'm really excited to see what you guys have done with that. And for those of you, a couple of you guys shared your projects with me on Friday, and I haven't gotten to writing feedback. And I've had a fever all weekend. I've been trying to get to a couple of them. I hope to get some more of them tomorrow. For those of you that I haven't done that yet, I'm really sorry. So anyways, get to work and good luck.